I'll be showing 6 new features in the Microsoft 365 Copilot. This includes new improved navigation, video creation with AI, scheduled prompts, and a whole lot more. So let's get started. The first new feature is an improved navigation for M365 Copilot. I'm here in the app and I'm on the Windows version, but this applies in the web or Mac or other places. In the upper left, now you can see things like new chat, search, library, and create are all at the top and they're always in the same place. The chats are moved down here. And so now when you have new chats, it can expand easily. So I have agents and I can expand this. Here's all my agents. I've got my notebooks, and then chats goes all the way down like this. So it actually makes it easier for new chats to expand down. The other nice thing is I've got an all chats right here. And if I go to all chats, now I can see all the different chats that I've had and I can see these all organized. I can also go and filter on things like all my agents. So maybe I go to App Builder, here's some things I've done, or different pages that I've created. Go back to all. It's the same thing if you go up here and you look at agents, I can see all agents I have access to, and I can see all notebooks. The other big change is apps. Down in the bottom here, if I click apps, this is where I can see all my apps and I can pin things. So I click all apps. I go in here and let's say I want to pin Outlook, I want to pin Teams and OneNote and PowerPoint. So all these are pinned. Now, when I go down to apps right here, you can see it's highlighted blue. Now all my apps are right here. So if I want to launch something like Teams or Outlook or OneNote, I can just go directly from here. And if I want to unpin it, I can unpin there. And I can choose to also open in a new tab. The second new feature, and this is available for all M365 Copilot customers, this does not require a subscription, is the library. So if I go to library here, now I can see all the different pages that I've created in M365 Copilot. I can also go and choose images, and it has any of these images that I've created. Hey, here's a Bill Lumbergh image. I can click here, and it opens up the image, and I can do all the things I could do in the Create with AI. That's in a different video, but I'll go back here, and I'm back in my library. The third new feature is video creation with AI. So I'm going to click on the Create module here, and it takes me directly into Create Video. And we're actually going to be rolling out Sora 2 from OpenAI. So it's going to power this very soon in November 2025. It might not have fully rolled out yet. I'm just going to show the basics here. It's not going to create you a Steven Spielberg masterpiece, but it is really great if you want to create corporate trainings or lightweight videos or be able to take PowerPoints or documents or PDFs and make them easily into something that's more easily consumable and tweakable. So we'll start here. We've got the DG2000 product pitch. I'm going to create a video from this document. So it adds the PowerPoint here. It says create a video from this document. I'm going to make it really sarcastic in the narration. And I'll click create. And this is just going to take a minute and it's going to start spinning up and create this. Okay, it's wrapping up and I've got my video. Now over on the right, you actually see an entire transcript. So what's really nice is I can go and delete and tweak and edit this transcript and have it regenerate. Well, here, it's got a nice sarcastic tone. You can see some of the things here, and I'll show how you can adjust it also. But let's just give it a quick play.
Introducing the Contoso DG2000. Yes, the DG2000. Because clearly, you need to know about yet another camera in your life.
Nice and sarcastic.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yes, it is a shocker. So you get a nice sense. It's kind of like a video that walks through the PowerPoint deck, and it animates and it gives narration. Now I can also go in the upper right and click adjust. So maybe I want to change the voice. Maybe I want to make it into Emma. Maybe I'd like a little bit of a background. I'm going to have electronic background with Emma. And so now what it's going to do is it will regenerate this video and it will have the new voice and the new music. Okay, now it's got Emma with an electronic voice. Let's hear how it sounds now.
A high-fidelity digital viewfinder that's detachable, because nothing says convenience like searching for your lens mount in your bag.
All right, keeping it nice and sarcastic, Emma. So little ways that you can tweak this. You can also go to transform and you can go change the prompt right here. You can change the tone, so confident, adventurous, casual, warm. You got lots of different ways to fiddle with it. And then you can regenerate the entire video with a single click right there. I can export and share. And this is also a Clipchamp video. So if you use Clipchamp, you can open this up and edit it directly in Clipchamp. I'm not going to do that here, but you could. I'll go back to create. Now you can also create videos from scratch and choose your brand or color. I did one based on a PowerPoint deck here, but in this case, I'm going to delete this and we'll remove the PowerPoint file. And hey, maybe I want to create a video on how to effectively onboard new employees. I can go here. I can go tweak this prompt. This one will be less sarcastic. We're going to make it professional and feel welcoming. And you can also choose brand colors. Let's say these colors here are the brand for my company and my organization, and we'll just click create. Okay, here's my onboarding video, and it's 1:39. I'll show you how you can change this in a second.
Imagine starting a new job. Excitement blends with 100 questions. What makes the difference between an employee who feels lost and one who's
it's got some
instantly...
video. It's pretty generic, but it can be a good starting point. And I can edit the transcript and tweak however I want. Now I can also go, and I'll go to transform here, and I'm going to say the video should be super mean and coming from the style of Bill Lumbergh in The Office Space, and let's make it very short. And we can have the tone change, and actually it's going to be mischievous, witty, and fun, and mean. We'll see. Generate. Love it. How not to mess up.
So, you've just hired someone. Great. Now you actually have to show them how not to mess up. Painful, I know. First, give them a tour. Point out the kitchen, the bathroom.
The one working printer. Love it. So, you can play around a lot with video creation. You have a little taste here. Again, you can export and share. So when you're all done, hey, now it's an MP4. It's going to get it ready for exporting. Okay, video is ready to share. I can just copy the link. Now I can send it out. The fourth new feature is the Windows version of the M365 Copilot app. If I go to the three-dot menu and I choose settings, I have this option pinning and start. So I can pin this to the taskbar. So if I choose this, hey, it's going to ask me, would you like to pin it to your taskbar? Yes, I would. And now on Windows, you see that this is pinned. I can also pin this to my start menu. We'll do this. And now M365 Copilot is pinned to the start menu. I can create a desktop shortcut, and that will create a shortcut right on Windows. The fifth new feature is scheduled prompts. Now these set of features, scheduled prompts in the next set, require the M365 Copilot paid license. Now I'm going to put in a prompt here. Please look at my calendar for the next week and give me a summary of my schedule, and we'll hit go. Okay, this is in the style of Bill Lumbergh. That's how I set my instructions. Oh, looks like I've got lots of TPS reports and one-on-ones with Bill Lumbergh. A lot of quality time with Bill. Now let's say I'd like to schedule this so it happens once a week and sends me this nice little report. So I will go here to the three-dot menu and choose schedule this prompt. It's like a rule or a workflow. Here is the dialog. I have a bunch of options. I'm going to uncheck all these days here because I just wanted to schedule and run every Monday. So every week on Monday, I only want it to run one time. And then you can say receive an email when the responses are ready. So once it runs, it'll send me an email, but it'll also just run right in here. We'll hit save. Okay, here is my scheduled prompt right here. Now I can go to run now or turn off or delete. What I will do is I'm going to hit close right here. And if you want to access these scheduled prompts any old time, in the upper right, you're going to see the three-dot menu, and there's a new scheduled prompts option. If I choose this, here's that same dialog again. And again, I can go here. I can turn it off and deactivate it or delete it. I can also just choose run now. So I'm going to run this right now. Okay, I ran my scheduled prompt. Hey, there's a ding. That means that it sent me an Outlook mail. Let's go see Outlook. I'm here in Outlook, and here's my scheduled prompt. Okay, it says it has completed it. You can get the results, and you can go directly to the chat right here. And there's a link to manage all your scheduled prompts right here. So we'll go back into M365 Copilot, and we'll just see the results of that prompt that got scheduled. Switching back to M365 Copilot over here in Conversations, you'll see that that prompt has run, and here is my weekly schedule. The sixth new feature is the survey agent. And this allows you to make surveys and forms right inside a chat. So I'll go to all agents, and I'm going to choose surveys here. And we'll add this. And as you see here, surveys can help build surveys, gather responses, and uncover insights. And there's some nice starter prompts. Let's say I'm going to create an employee satisfaction survey. So this puts the prompt right in and explains what's going to happen. Now when I hit go, it's going to actually go and use forms and quiz technology to create this survey. Okay, it's drafted it up. It talks about overall rating, detailed rating, and open-ended questions. And it's right here embedded. It talks about next steps, but what I want to do is I can just open this up. And this is using Copilot Pages. So Copilot Chat moved over here on the left, and now this is actually just the forms embedded survey right here, which is really handy. So it has all the different questions that it made, some different very dissatisfied, dissatisfied stars, open-ended feedback. You can add new questions. You can change the top. You can also do things right here, same technologies and forms. I can change the layout. Maybe I want to change it to be like this. Maybe I want to change the colors. Go into here for all sorts of settings about who can fill this out. Only people in Contoso, all the start date, end date, set time duration, all the things that you can set in forms are right here. And then if you want to see what will this look like, I go here. This is what it looks like on a phone. This is what it looks like on computer. But again, what's kind of nice is it's all right here on the left with chat. So there's some suggestions it has. Hey, change the culture categories to fit our team. If I go here, now it's going to go and update this. Okay, it has updated everything, and in real time, it updated these culture categories, and see how it changed these to match exactly right here. So you can kind of real time use Copilot to modify that form and survey that you have. So it's pretty handy in that case. So I can keep twiddling. I can open it up in the full Forms app if I want to go to forms.microsoft.com. But you have a sense how that survey agent works. It's kind of a nice way to have a chat with the form in real time that you're creating. If you want to keep up with all the latest Microsoft updates and tips and tricks, subscribe to my channel and then just ring the bell so you get all the latest videos that I post.